Hola, Spaniard here. Now there are a number of things that I wanted to address today. The first thing is the comment that I've seen on some forums with regards to certain processes where someone comes out and says, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Now let's have a look at that rather broad-ranging statement. It doesn't work. Well, that kind of implies that a certain process has never worked and will never work. So how can the party actually putting that down on paper, or more specifically onto a computer system or onto a forum, how can that party actually stand there with any kind of credibility and say that something has never worked and will never work? Are they claiming that they've spoken to everyone on the planet that's actually tried said process? Because I'll wager they haven't. Are they claiming an ability to see into the future and predict that anyone that bothers trying a certain process will never have success with it? I doubt it. So the statement itself that a process doesn't work is false. It's just false because it makes no sense whatsoever. It's impossible for said party to come out and make that statement. However, there's another implication. By coming out and stating that something doesn't work, that kind of implies that said party knows what does work. Therefore, any of those parties out there that are stating that various things don't work and will never work, where are your presentations? Where are your point-by-point specific presentations showing that process that is guaranteed to work every single time? Oh no, said parties haven't put those onto the internet. Okay, the second point I want to address is this. When we've all woken up, or when we all wake up, as far as I'm concerned, we're all on the same team. Even those people that haven't woken up consciously to what's going on around them, or going on in the matrix or the system, even those people are on our team. They just don't know it. So those parties that are still asleep, they can be forgiven for attacking, those that are awake. But is there any excuse for those that claim to be awake to be attacking each other? Because to be honest, I look at it, I don't know whether it's my past management skills that come into play or my management perception, but I like to think I've got an ability to step back and look at stuff, right? I'm sure lots of people have got that ability. And when I look at what's going on in the free-thinking society, if we like, I just find it ridiculous that you've got some parties attacking others, right? We're on the same team. So, let me tell you a little story to make my point. Let's pretend that, a lot of us have all decided to join a Sunday football team, alright? And, you join this Sunday football team and you may not get on with everyone that's on your side, right? But you don't have to live with them, you don't have to go out with them, you don't have to spend every waking hour with them, you don't have to read what they write, you don't have to watch their videos, you don't have to do anything. But when you come together to play that game, you're on the same team. Now, bearing in mind we're on the same team, does it make any sense whatsoever if one of your players that you don't like is bearing down on goal? Now, you may not like the way he looks, you may not like his face, you may not like the way he speaks, you may not like the way he runs, you might not like the way that he dribbles the ball, you might not like the way that he actually makes his approach towards the goal, okay? But does that justify, as said player is bearing down on the goal, ready to take a shot and possibly score a goal, does that justify, just because you don't like him or agree with the way that he's done it, does it justify going over and rugby tackling the guy to the ground just because you need to say to him, I don't like the way you're running. It doesn't matter you were going to score a goal for the team. I don't like your face. Sounds ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Ergo, those parties that actually attack other team players are not part of the team. Right? They don't want to be part of the team. So whose team are they actually on? Because if they're attacking their own team players, well then either they've been bought and paid for by the other side, or they're just an idiot. Simple as that. So I tend to block anyone that just gives crap and acts like a noise agent. Alright? I appreciate that, no, I can't even speak. I appreciate not all noise agents actually know they're doing it. Right? They don't all know that they're doing it. But I'm not going to be dragged down by someone else's negative vibes or negative energy or negativity. And so I just block those people, right? I mean, I don't get the chance to speak to many people anyway, because of course I spend so much time doing these kind of things and being involved in cases and processes and educational videos and so on and so forth. But as a top tip, if people are making a load of noise out there and you don't like the way that they're discussing it with other people on forums and so on and so forth, block them. Just block them out. It's not difficult to see who they are. Now here's another point that I just want to bring to the fore before we close. And, you know, I was watching this football game, right? And it was 1-1, coming to the dying or the closing stages of the football game. And there was a corner. And the corner was taken and the ball shot across the pitch, shot across the face of goal, hit one of the players on the backside and went into the net. Right? Now it might not have been the most technically correct goal. It might not have been in, it might not have actually been the kind of goal that other parties want to score or would like to see scored. But you know what? The goal counted. You see, there are many ways of scoring a goal, but every goal counts. Okay? And in the example I've just given, the team went on to win 2-1. They won the cup final. So even a ball bouncing off of someone's backside into the net still counts, right? So what's my point? Well, my point is this. When it comes down to processes, alright, we have to understand that there are many, many processes that can achieve a result. Now, there are processes which will take you around the houses. There are processes that will take you straight there. But of course, as we come up with certain processes and as people put them on the internet, those parties that are playing the game against us and attempting to obstruct us or put things in our way or distract or deceive, right, or send us on wild goose chases, those parties are going to try and react in order to curtail what it is that we're doing. Yeah, that's called common sense. That's just natural. So in a sense, you know, when some processes go up on the internet, the chances are, you know, you're going to have to just understand the principles behind that process and tweak it somewhat or make that process yours. Alright? But there are many, many processes that can achieve a given result or a certain result. Let me give you another example. Let's say that I wanted to light a fire. Now, I could, if I'm out in the wilderness, I could grab 2 sticks if I felt so inclined, and, you know, if I was skilled enough, I could probably set a campfire from using 2 sticks. Or I could get a bit of flint. Or I could get a magnifying glass and hold it up to the sun. Or I could throw down some glass and let the glass do the same trick as the magnifying glass. Or I could get a match, or a lighter. Or I could get a blowtorch. Or I could put some chemicals down and create a chemical reaction in order to cause the flames. Or I could get some kind of bomb and blow the thing into flames. Or I could get some kind of crazy cruise missile or napalm or whatever. The point being, there's about 20, 30, 40, however many different ways of lighting a campfire. But they all work. They all achieve the result that I'm looking for. Some of them are messier than others, some of them take longer than others, some require more skill than others, but they can all achieve the result that I'm looking for. And that's just to emphasize to people out there that there are many, many processes that can be put in play to actually achieve a given result. All you got to do is use the principles and apply it. Apply it. Be creative. We are limited by our own creativity, and it is as simple as that. Anyway, just felt the need to make a few points. Hopefully that's made sense to certain parties out there. And until next time, big love.